So back again with another little update on the X Maxx. I probably mentioned this a little bit in the last video, but I've been doing a bit of work now. Got the suspension arm on off, and you can see it's broken. This is the lower rear suspension arm on the Traxxas, and yeah, so the thing is, I've had this a couple of times. What happens is you land a bit funny on the rear axle. I've not had it on the front yet, but certainly three times on the rear axle in the last 6 months alone. And what normally happens is, not just on these end bits, but also in the sort of where it comes into the body, on the lower and the upper arm, the pins, they can literally, they yank out. I don't even know how it's possible. I mean, obviously it flexes, but these pins yank out, and then you basically just take this little screw out at the end, slide them out, then pop them back in again. Now, I thought this was actually a really bad design. I thought, you know, why are Traxxas doing this? But then I got these, say these ones, as I said at the start, I can't remember what they're bloody called, but, and I thought, yeah, because some people say, yeah, if you get these pins, you know, they're pinned on both ends, and you think, well, that's not going to come out. And it's true, they don't come out. But what happens is, because if you land hard, normally this will flex, and, well, not always, but the pins will pull out. And there's a quick repair. You can do it in under 10 minutes. You just take a few little bits with you, you know, pull the arm off, put it back on again. Sorry, take the pin off, put it back in again. But with these things, and these aren't made by Traxxas, so I thought, oh, they look fairly strong. Well, are they heck? Because I've had to order a hacksaw. I don't know if you can see it. It's actually, the pin's bent. So it's not only clamped the arm on so that it couldn't ping off, instead it snapped, which is, you know, okay, all in with delivery is probably about 20 quid with AT models, somewhere around there. But this is now bent, and I'm going to have to hacksaw that off because I can't actually send it back through, because with the X Maxx this is aluminium. I wouldn't even want to try it if it was plastic. I don't want to be trying to send a bent shaft through, you know, a metal component, so I'm going to have to cut it off. So where I originally was kind of, and I won't repeat some of the words I said when this has happened a few times with Traxxas, and sort of moaned at, well, why have they built something that just pops out like that? It actually works better than clamping it for me. Some of you might think, well, yeah, he's just speaking a load of rubbish, but I can only go on my experience, and it's happened a couple of times. And again, it's that thing, if it's not going to flex or move, then it's likely going to snap, and that's why I think, you know, a lot of hobbyists would agree that plastic components are actually, when it comes to bashing, better than metal components, because if it can't flex here, then it's got to flex somewhere else, because it's all about distribution of energy. So yeah, I hope that helps. On reflection, obviously, you know, we're early days in our little RC adventures, and I'm sure some of you guys have got way more idea than we have, but, you know, on reflection, I don't even think this is the same sort of strength as the standard bit. So yeah, just a heads up really, that, you know, sometimes modifications outside the box aren't always the best idea. Certainly weren't in our case. I hope that helps, and yeah, that's the second video upload.